Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ. And make sure you hit that like button. We're here for the bowl season, as this season is coming to an end here in season 1. And you can see the top schools here. Georgia and Michigan are actually undefeated, as Alabama actually loses twice this season. And kind of surprising there to see Michigan go undefeated. I'm not surprised for Georgia. Georgia's actually a really good team. Michigan's good too, but I didn't expect them to go undefeated this season. So let's just look at our bowl games. So we do go to the Hawai'i Bowl, and we're going to face Louisiana Tech. They are 9-4, 7-3 in conference, and we went 5-3 in conference, 7-5 overall. And they actually have a pretty good offense. They have the number 16th ranked rushing offense, so they're going to be tough to stop probably on the ground, especially with the year that we've been having stopping running backs. I mean, we've had our hands full. But let's just look at their schedule. So they've lost to NC State by 3, they lost to UTEP by 3, they lost to UAB by 4, and then Middle Tennessee by 2. Actually, that wasn't Middle Tennessee. They actually lost in overtime by a touchdown. So they've not even lost a game over 7 points. So that's going to be alarming for us, because that means that they can put up points and they can play some defense. So this is going to be a good team we're going up against. So just quickly scrolling through the awards, actually none of our guys really got awards except for Ty Cottrell for best returner. And then looking at the All-Americans here, looking at first team, nobody made first team. Looking at second team, nobody made second team. Ty Cottrell made first team kick returner, but that's about it. Usually we have at least like maybe 1 or 2 guys that make either first team or second team, maybe not first, but second team. And we didn't do that this year, but all freshman All-American Isaac Tagia does make it. So that's a good sign. But then we move over to all Mountain West Conference first team. And look at this. I mean, nobody's really making the all conference first team. Trey Webb makes it. Crawford, our kicker, makes it, but not too many besides that. I mean, Trey Webb had a pretty good season. He had a sack. He had a lot of good plays, but I didn't think that he was going to have a first team type of year. But looking at second team, looking at Malik Roberson, he made the second team as his senior year winds down, and so does Josh Oliver. But look at Josh Oliver's stats. So 63 receptions, 954 yards, and 4 touchdowns. I want to compare that to the first team tight end, but look at this cheese. 51 receptions, 687 yards, and 6 touchdowns. I mean, the only thing that he had on Oliver was his touchdowns, and that was 2 more. I mean, that just doesn't make a big difference, but in my opinion, Josh Oliver should have won that, been on the first team, and I'm surprised that he may not have even been an All-American. I mean, 1,000 yards almost as a tight end is pretty unheard of. So let's look at our stats here to end this season. You can see Malik Roberson ran for 670, ran for 12 touchdowns as well. And we didn't really have like too many long carries. Ty Cottrell had the longest of the year. He had a 61-yard carry. But at our running back position, we didn't have a long carry at all. Just 25 yards was our longest. So let's look at receiving here. We see that Josh Oliver led us in pretty much all categories except touchdowns. He was second in touchdowns, as he finished with 63 receptions, 954 yards. And then Trey Walker actually went for 300 yards in 2 games, pretty much as a starter. He didn't really get in, even when Ty Cottrell was healthy. He didn't really get in too much. And you see that he had a very, very good last 2 games, as Ty Cottrell is returning for this game, for his last game of his senior season and of his career at San Jose State. So let's just look at the offensive linemen here, because this is really important when it comes to recruiting. You can see that our center and left guard, I'm not really worried about the right tackle. He gave up a lot of sacks, but it's kind of alarming to see the center and left guard giving up sacks, because that means that they're just getting immediate pass rush up the middle, and that's definitely something we want to address. So let's look at the defensive side of the ball. You can see that Ethan Aguayo led the way. I'm surprised he didn't win first team all conference, to be honest. He had a really good season. 16 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, 70 solo tackles. I mean, just a straight beast a year. I'm very, very shocked at that. And then in recruiting, we want to look at sacks, because Owen Roberts and Latu led our team in sacks. Ethan Aguayo had 2 last game, and he ends up being the player of the game last game on the defensive end. He had an interception as well. But then in the secondary, Ziegler had a good year, I'd say, maybe, because he takes a lot of chances at corner and he gets burnt a lot, but he still ended up with 3 interceptions. And maybe those 3 interceptions are because a lot of teams are just throwing his way and he's coming up with picks more often than not. Maybe, I don't know. He's given up too many big plays, that's for sure. And I definitely want to look at him in the offseason because he does have some ball carrier skills that maybe we aren't using to our advantage. And maybe he could be a kick returner or maybe even a running back. You never know. So looking at Louisiana Tech here, they do have a dual threat quarterback in Jamar Smith. He has 84 speed, 84 throw power as well. And he's going to be finding his receiver, Teddy Veal, who is a senior as well, his leading receiver by a long shot. So here you can just see we're adding the player of the games here. They get a +1 in awareness. But we are hopping straight into this action here in Hawaii for the Hawai'i Bowl. So now Louisiana Tech does start out this game with the ball. Here is Smith giving the ball off to Tucker. Tucker's getting the lane up the middle, throws a stiff arm, and he's breaking free on the first play of the game. And nobody's catching him as he is gone. 75 yards to open this game. Wow, but how did we not get this animation here? Ethan Aguayo just runs right past him, and they get the 75-yarder to open the game. So here is Ty Cottrell back from injury after missing the last 3 games. He starts out this with the 42-yard return. So now here comes Montel Aaron under center running the power O, toss out to the left, and here is Roberson in his last game as a Spartan, and he picks up 14 yards to the left side and a first down. So now at the 45-yard line, here's Montel Aaron rolling out to the right side, going to get rid of the pass, and there's Ty Cottrell. Welcome back to the offense. 21 yards and a first down to the 25. So now 2nd and 10. Here's Montel Aaron not having anybody to throw it to. He dumps it off to the left side, and that's Trey Hartley. Doesn't get a gain of anything as we get it to a 3rd and 10. So near here on a 3rd and 10. Here is Montel Aaron, clean pocket, going to try to buy some time. He's going to end up throwing this one out of bounds, and we're going to have to settle for the field goal on our first possession. So here comes Louisiana Tech back out onto the field. 1 play, 1 touchdown already, and here's Tucker on another carry, and he's breaking this one free. He's breaking 2 tackles, and he's going to eventually get run down from behind. And wow, what is going on with this defensive line? 2 big plays given up already. So now here's Tucker once again, another big lane. Wow, we cannot stop him. 18 yards and a first down. 3 rushes. He's already at 150 yards rushing. This is just crazy. But here's Jamar Smith trying to scramble out this time, and this time he's getting sacked as he hasn't even had to throw the ball at all so far. So here on a 3rd and 11, getting it out to Tucker. He's making all the plays in this one, and he picks up 3 yards, and we get them to settle for the field goal. So a small win there. So here is Roberson getting the catch on the right side, picking up 9 yards on this one and making it a 2nd and 1. So here from the shotgun, here's Roberson getting the carry up the middle, 7 yards and enough for a first down. He's got 21 yards on 3 carries. So 1st and 10. Here is Montel Aaron throwing out to the middle of the field, and that's Bailey Gaither there for a 9-yard reception. The junior having a pretty good season, and I'm looking for him to be a leader come next year. Speaking of leaders, here is Josh Oliver getting a 14-yard reception across the middle, and we're going to miss him. So now 3rd and 6. Here's Montel Aaron rolling out to the right side. There is Gaither again on the outside and picking up 19 yards, and that's enough for a first down. So now inside the 15-yard line from the shotgun, rolling out to the right side, going to dump it off that side, and there's Malik Roberson for the catch, but he's going to cough it up, and that's actually going to be a fumble, and Ferguson is going to fall on that one. Jalen Ferguson, the defensive end, comes up with it. But for some reason he gets stripped, but look at Bailey Gaither. He's right there to pick it up, and he misses it. So wow, what a turnover as Louisiana Tech takes back over inside their own 5. So here's Tucker on the handoff, and he has another open lane and 23 yards as he's doing what he wants in this game. So now at the 35-yard line, here is Tucker getting the carry up the middle, but this time Ethan Aguayo gets the first stop of the game as they get it down to a 3rd and 4 this time. Now on a draw play, here's Tucker getting a delayed handoff and getting to the left side, but he can't pick up the first as he only gets 2 yards in the 4th and 2, and they had to punt the ball away to San Jose State. So now here's Montel Aaron on the next drive on the first play, throwing over the middle, and that's Josh Oliver for 17 yards and a first down. So now the second quarter begins. Montel Aaron from the shotgun, throwing out to the right side on the slant, and that's Ty Cottrell, the senior, for 12 yards as he has 2 receptions up to this point. So now at the 45-yard line, play action fake. Running out to the right side once again, Montel Aaron dumping it off to Trey Hartley, another senior, for 16 yards. So now we're at the 30-yard line. So now a couple of plays later here, 3rd and 6 under center. Here is Montel Aaron running out to the right side, and he's going to pick it up himself, and he's going to take it upfield for 9 yards and a first down as he dives out of bounds. So now 2nd and 8. Here's Montel Aaron. The first option's taken away, and the second option too, and he's going to get sacked by Jalen Ferguson as he loses a gain of 11. So now 3rd and 21. Here's Montel Aaron once again. Some more pressure up the middle, and he's going to have to throw this one away as we line up to kick the long field goal as Crawford. This one's up the second team all conference, and he's going to boink this one off the crossbar. So you don't see that very often, that Crawford misses a field goal, but that time he misses it. So we're still down 7. So here's Tucker on the handoff, another lane to the right side. He's picking up 6. So now 2nd and 4 from the shotgun. Here's Tucker getting out to the outside, but Owen Roberts is there, and Isaac Tagia is there for the cleanup as we make it now a 3rd and 5. So here is Smith once again trying to scramble. He breaks a tackle from Caleb Oakes, and he's not going anywhere on that one. Ethan Aguayo on the tackle, and we get them to punt it on a 3 and out. So now 1st and 10 on the next drive. 3 minutes left in this second quarter. Throwing the ball deep, and that's Trey Hartley open down the field. And the senior is making himself available so far in this first half as he's been open time after time this season, and he picks up his biggest gain of the game. But on a carry on a 2nd and 10, here's Malik Roberson using his vision and getting into the end zone for the touchdown. Malik Roberson in his final game, he looks like he's going to leave it all on the field. Look at that vision and nice blocking down the field as that's a touchdown, and we tie this game up at 10. So here's Tucker on the next drive running the ball up the middle, and he just cannot be brought down as he makes it 20 yards to his game already, and he gets up to the 50. So now here's Veal getting open across the middle, and that's a gain of 13 as the leading receiver for Louisiana Tech has not done anything so far as their running game has carried them this whole way. So here on a 1st and 10, a minute left in the half, here is Adrian Hardy getting 9 yards. So 2nd and 1, handoff up the middle, and there's Tucker again, and he's getting upfield, and Israel Tucker is just torching us so far in this first half. So now here is Smith throwing out to the left side, and that's going to be his first incompletion of the game as that's now a 3rd and goal. So can we stop him? Throw across the middle, and that's actually caught by Teddy Veal, their leading receiver, and he gets in for the touchdown. But look at these stats. He's 7 for 8 for 40 yards in the first half, and that's enough to actually take the lead and make this a 17-10 game for Louisiana Tech. So now to start this second half, here we go. We need to come back in this game and stop this rushing attack of Louisiana Tech. So here's Montel Aaron running out to the right side, throwing out to the right as well, and he's going to get a completion to Ty Cottrell. That was actually a dangerous throw. So now 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Here's Josh Oliver getting open for an 11-yard gain as we now make it to about the 45. So now 1st and 10, counter play to the left side, and here's Tyler Nevins getting in, and he's getting 5 yards on that one. So 2nd and 5 here at the 35-yard line. Here's Montel Aaron, has some time to throw. He's going to throw the ball deep, and that's Trey Walker, the sophomore, as he gets his name called for the first time in this game, and it goes 35 yards for a touchdown. And look at that wheel route. That's a perfect route run on that and a perfect throw, and we tie this game up at 17. So now here's Tucker getting a handoff. They're going to keep feeding him the ball as he's been torching us as he gets 7 yards on that one. So now 2nd and 3, handoff up the middle, and Tucker's going to get met by Owen Roberts, the senior, as he's showing up. These seniors are showing up in this game. So now 3rd and 6, Smith throwing out to Tucker on the screen pass, and he's going to pick up 4 yards, but that's not going to be enough for a first down, and that's a 3-and-out so far to start the second half. So now here is Tyler Nevins on the initial punt, getting back upfield for 8 yards on that one. So now we bring in Zamar Ziegler from the defense here at quarterback in the Wildcat as he gets his first snap at quarterback of the season. And here is Ziegler getting a block on the outside. He's making his way around the corner, and he picks up a big gain. Wow, who would have thought Zamar Ziegler would get in on offense this game? We haven't put it on film, but we want to have a different game plan going into bowl games. We want it to be unpredictable as he picks up a big first down. So now here's Montel Aaron on the play action fake, but he's getting sacked. Loss of 9. So now 2nd and 19 after losing 9 yards. Here's Montel Aaron throwing across the middle, and a wide open Josh Oliver. They forget about the senior, and wow, is this a senior fest so far in this game as Josh Oliver gets wide open. And how do you forget about the biggest target on the field? And we take the lead 14 unanswered to start this half. So now here is Israel Tucker getting the handoff up the middle. That's a gain of 16, and he gets a first down, another one. So now here is Smith. This looks like a wildcat formation, but it's the quarterback back to get it, and Jamar Smith picks up 20 yards rushing as he's haven't had to throw the ball, but it's been all ground and pound. So now 1st and 10. Here's Tucker once again getting the handoff up the middle. He gets tackled, but somehow gets back up, and it looks like his knee may not have hit the ground, and he gets back up and gets a gain of 15. So now here's Tucker on the next play. Once again, another big carry up the middle, and that's 11 yards. As wow, we cannot stop this guy. 258 yards rushing on 18 carries so far in this game. But on a 3rd and 4, thrown out to the left side, Ethan Aguayo is there almost for the interception, as we actually get them to settle for the field goal. So now we're up 4 here. We got to probably stretch it to a 2-score game, and look at that pass across the middle. Darrell Lewis almost comes up with the interception, and we get new life. So now 2nd and 10, a minute left in this 3rd quarter, throwing the ball deep, facing some pressure, and there's Bailey Gaither getting open past the defense, and he's gone 75 yards. And what a throw by Montel Aaron. That was a perfect release on that one by Bailey Gaither. And wow, what a throw by Montel Aaron. Probably one of his best throws of the season. And he makes it an 11-point lead. So now back out on defense. Israel Tucker getting the handoff on the first play. And look at Owen Roberts, the penetration and the tackle on that one, as he brings Tucker down. So now on a 2nd and 10, another screen pass out to the right side, and that's Ethan Aguayo again, as they lose 3 on that one. So Louisiana Tech on a 3rd down, running a draw play, but this one is not going to be enough, as man, they depend on Israel Tucker too much, and they force the punt. The defense does. So now we're back out on offense. Here is Malik Roberson here to end the 3rd quarter, getting a gain of 8 as we move the ball to about the 50. So now here's Montel Aaron throwing it out to the right side, and there's Francois Sims, the fullback, as he actually gets quite a bit of catches in this season, during the season. So now here's Zamar Ziegler back in on the Wildcat. He's going to have an open lane to the left side. He needs one more block, and he's going to avoid a tackler and get in. 41 yards for Zamar Ziegler. Wow. We did not know that he can carry the ball like this. And wow, this might be a preview for next year. He even has a running back's number 34. As man, I think we might have to make some changes here, because he does have ball carrier skills, and he's putting it on display this game. So now here is Tucker on the next possession. Now down by 18, and they're still running the ball to Israel Tucker, 35 yards. And even if they lose this game, wow, Israel Tucker has just been unstoppable as he picks up another big gain in this game. So now on the next possession, here's Jamar Smith getting sacked by Jesse Ozuna. And wow, we are showing up so far, stopping the pass, as they can't pass at all, even getting some pressure in, as Jesse Ozuna goes in unblocked. So now here is Smith on the next play, 2nd and 17. He's going to get sacked again, and that's Terrell Townsend, the 3rd-string defensive tackle, and he's a junior. He'll be back next year, and he might be even starting at defensive tackle. So now on a 3rd and 20, here's another screen pass out to the left side. And look who it is, Terrell Townsend in, and that's going to make it 4th and 21. So here is Smith. One last heat for the end zone. Does he have it in him? And he throws the ball deep, and that's an interception by Ziegler. What a way to end this game as Ziegler, he gets the rushing touchdown and gets the game-sealing pick. As wow, have we discovered something with him, but that propels us to a bowl victory. Wow, what a game this was as we shut them down in the second half. As wow, we held them to 3 points in the second half, only a field goal, and we just went on a tear on offense. As wow, I think we found something here with Zamore Ziegler running the football. He just has some explosive speed there when he has the ball. And this was a great victory, a great season 1, and honestly, this has probably been the best season 1 I've ever had in any one of my dynasties, because for the first time we actually went to a bowl game in season 1. I don't think we've ever done that, and we actually have a lot of rebuilding to do actually, so I don't want to get too high on this season, but I guess we could celebrate it while it's still here. But we definitely have a lot of work to do in the offseason. We have a lot of seniors. Malik Roberson, Tyler Nevins will be back. He's a sophomore. But looking at our receiving core, Josh Oliver's a senior. Roberson's a senior, obviously. Hartley's a senior. Ty Cottrell is a senior. I mean, so many seniors. And that meant a lot. I mean, we're going to have to replace a lot of these guys. Our offensive line is relatively young, though. We have a lot of juniors and seniors coming into next season. But I do maybe want to make some adjustments there because we don't really know what our offensive line is going to look like and what our offense is going to look like, because obviously we do want to kind of run the ball a little more than we did this year, and we kind of had a senior leadership at receiving core, made it easier to pass the ball, but we definitely want to try to run the ball next season. So we're hopping into the offseason next game, but you see we have some big moves to make because we have to stop the run. I mean, he ran for 300 yards on us. That's pretty much inexcusable and something we're going to have to address. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. Next episode will be the offseason, so you don't want to miss that. So stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.